back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial based on this look that you see right here. This look was created using tons of products that I rarely use, I don't gravitate towards, or I just simply hate. I had a good time doing this video. It was definitely interesting working with the products because some of them were just absolutely terrible. But nevertheless, I did have a really good time filming this, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye! Okay, so the first product that's going to go onto my face today is obviously going to be a primer. This primer is a primer that I used to love. It was my all-time favorite primer when I was kind of like getting into makeup at a younger age. It is from MAC Cosmetics, and it is their Prep and Prime Face Protect Lotion, and it has an SPF 50 in it. I will post like a picture of it somewhere on the screen. I just have like what was left of my product in like a sample container. From my understanding, they changed the formula because when I first got this when I was younger, like the girl at MAC, she told me that it was great for oily skin, which is why I went back and got it again. And like I remember the first time, like it was really great. Like I never had any issues with like my face being really oily. But this feels like disgusting. It is so greasy, and I mean maybe it's because like I'm putting it on with my fingers, but like it just feels like thick sunscreen. You know how you feel like when you take your makeup off with like a oil-based makeup remover, and then your face just feels really like, it just feels just really like icky. It feels really gross, and like I don't even want to put like product on over top of it because I just know it's gonna end terribly. So picking a foundation was really hard because I only really have foundations that I like in my collection. So I kind of settled on using the Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation just because this is one that I don't use on a daily basis. Also, this one doesn't apply as well with a beauty blender as it does with a brush. So that is kind of like a con for me. So yeah, I am going to be pairing this with a sponge today just because that's the way that I don't like applying it, so I guess it's kind of like fitting for this video. There is like a whole ton of product that's on like the cap, so I am going to just be going in with like my fingers and like dotting it all over my face, and then we'll blend it out. Okay, so now that I look like I have the chicken pox or whatever, I'm just going in with a beauty sponge that's dampened, and then I'm just gonna blend it all out. It does like blend out really easy, but using a brush with this foundation, you get almost like such a better like all over application. Like it's hard to explain. This foundation, like I really like it, and I'm not like in any way saying that I don't like it, but I don't like applying it with a sponge. Anyway, this product I do like, I just don't tend to like gravitate towards it. I tend to kind of forget that I actually have it. Yeah, so this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, and it is in the shade Medium. I think this shade might be just a tad bit too dark for my skin tone, and I think that might be why I just don't gravitate towards it very often. I do really like this concealer though. So yeah, it is a really thick consistency. I have it just kind of on my hand and it's like not budging. But I've never had a problem with this stuff creasing at all, which is really good. It is like, it's super gloopy is the only thing that I'm not like a huge fan of. Like I just feel like it's like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like, you know, I'm just taking my finger and I am dotting it, kind of. Like I'm patting it on my under eye and like smudging it a little bit just to make it easier for that beauty blender to kind of smooth it out. And then I'm just taking the same beauty sponge that was used for my foundation, and I'm just blending all of that concealer into my face. Just making sure that it's all like really blended in really well, especially with this concealer. It's so thick that it's easy to like not blend enough, and then it just looks like you kind of have like streaks all over your face. Okay, so now that the concealer is completely blended into the skin, it's time to go in with some setting powder. I had a hard time picking like a setting powder that I wasn't really a fan of as well, so this one is just two different powders that I don't tend to gravitate to as often anymore. One of them is the e.l.f. like translucent loose powder, and the other one is a banana setting powder. I got it in my iPSY bag a while back, and to be honest, the label is off of the top, so I'm not exactly sure what brand it is. But the downside to this one, this is actually more so of one that I don't tend to gravitate towards because there's a few things that I don't like about it. I really like this powder just because it's really soft. Like, if I put it on my hand, on my fingers, like, it's super soft and it blends away really easily. But with that being said, I find it is so yellow. I mean, I know it's a banana powder, but I find it just does not do my under eyes any sort of justice whatsoever. This is what it looks like when like I have it on the sponge. It's just super pigmented, but I'm just going to be putting this under my eyes today, and then I'm going to be setting the rest of my face with the other powder. And like, this isn't like a powder that you would want to use to bake either, in my opinion. I mean, if you want to use it to bake, go ahead. That's just not what I would use it for. I just find once you start to like pack it or like pat it onto your eyes, it just like completely goes away. So that's just my experience. And so to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. translucent loose powder. So I got this a little while ago. I got this over the summer. It has like a little sifter in it, but I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's hardly like any product left in there. I like this powder. It does not leave a white cast. I feel like I'm gonna make a huge mess if I like tip it. It just, I don't know, it just seems like it doesn't work very well. I just feel like it doesn't really keep like the oils on my face at bay at all. It's nice like if I'm just wearing like a light coat of foundation or something like that, but I'm just going in with a Royal & Langnickel like stippling brush. I don't have a lot of brushes that I don't like, so unless I say so, just kind of assume that I like the brushes that I'm using. So I'm just going ahead and brushing away that banana powder because, like I said earlier, like, it's not really like a baking powder. It's not going to really do anything for me, so I might as well just take it off. Okay, so next up is going to be brows. I don't have a brow product that I don't like. I stick solely with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in medium brown. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do my brows, and then we can jump back into the rest of the video. Okay, so now that my brows are done, we're just going to jump right into the eyes. I'm going to be using a e.l.f. palette that I received in an iPSY bag a while ago. It just looks like this. It is mostly just like dark shades, and then it has this white shade right here. I have to say that probably half of the reason that I don't like this palette is because there's no transition shade in it, like, whatsoever. This white shade right here is just super shiny. It's super white. I mean, it's like really flaky. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see it. I'll try and like, I don't know. It is just like, there's no pigmentation to it whatsoever, and it's just super flaky, and like, I don't know, I personally just like don't enjoy this palette at all. So because there is no base shade or anything like that, I'm just simply going to dive into this palette and hopefully make some sort of look with it, and hopefully it doesn't turn out to be an absolute train wreck. Okay, so to start off this eye look, I'm going to be going in with a must-have powder shadow brush from Sephora. It doesn't have a number on it or anything that I can see. It just looks like this on it, and it's just a Sephora on the other side. But But yeah, and then I'm going to be diving in to this palette, and I'm going to be going into this gray shade right here. I'm just using the gray shade as kind of like my base shade, and then we're going to go from there. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if my camera's picking this up, but like, so much excess product. Like, I can't, my desk is filthy. So I'm just going to pick it up and I guess deal with the fallout in the end. If I tap off the excess, I'm not going to have any shadow left on the brush to put on my eyes, so we're just going to have to deal with the end result when the time comes. So it's not like super pigmented, which to be honest I'm not really surprised about. I don't think I had high hopes for this palette anyway. I don't even know if I used it, honestly. Like, I don't even know, like, when I got it. I think I probably swatched the shades, realized that I didn't like it, and shoved it in a drawer. This is, like, the third time that I've gone into this shadow to kind of, like, build up this base shade. And I'm not really getting anywhere with it. I mean, it's probably because I don't have a primer on, but I don't have a primer that I don't like, so I just used concealer. So I'm just kind of like packing and then like sweeping that gray shadow onto my eyes, just because anything else just does not seem to be working. It like really disappoints me that this palette kind of, for lack of a better word, sucks, because I really do like e.l.f. products, so this is just like a super big downer for me. I've actually never seen this one in store, so I'm thinking that it might have even been like an iPSY like exclusive or whatever. Okay, so now that the gray shadow is on our eyes, I'm going to be going into this matte purple shade right here, and I'm just going to be adding that to like the outer corner of my eyes and trying to like smoke it out and create some sort of smoky look with it. That one has pigment, that's for sure. So at this point, I'm just kind of like buffing it out as much as I can. This is just not a good time at this point, you guys. Like, I'm not enjoying this at all. I do not like this palette, and I will never use it again. Would not recommend if you see it in store. That's just my opinion, though. I'm going to be adding the inner corner highlight right now, just because I feel like I need to see if this is going to look any better on the eye than it did on my hand. I'm just going in with a Royal & Langnickel smudger brush, and I'm just kind of packing that white shade onto both sides and making sure it's like full of product, and then tapping off the excess, because why not make more of a mess? I'm just going to go back in with that same blending brush, and I'm just kind of like gonna try and soften it up. I don't know what to do with it anymore. Like, I feel like this is just as good as it's gonna get. There's no brown in this palette to soften anything up. Like, I just don't understand how someone can work with this and create a look with this. Like, it just does not work. I just can't. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I don't even know if you would call them done. They're just like a disaster. Anyway, next product that I'm going in with is a eyeliner that I've just never really used. I don't really know if I like it. I don't really know if I don't like it. I just know that it is a felt tip eyeliner that I got from iPSY. For those of you who watch my how to do wing liner video, you guys know my opinion on felt tip liners. That's why I pulled this one out of my drawer. I have like a huge drawer that I just put a lot of my products that I just am not using for the time being and all of that stuff. So I went rooting for an eyeliner, and this is what I found. It is from the brand Aurora, and it is in the shade Blackberry. It says it's an intensively precise eyeliner. It does say that it's waterproof, smudge-proof, alcohol-free, paraben-free, and perfume-free. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. So, the actual, like, felt tip to it is really thick, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work out when creating like a super precise liner. So far it's definitely like a miss from me. It doesn't glide effortlessly at all. It's like sticking to my lid every time I go to like swipe the liner. And I just feel like that is just too much of like an inconvenience for me, I guess. I don't know. I like to have my eyeliner go on like smooth and without being choppy. And this is just not really working for me. Oh, this is just really bad. So it did kind of like swipe down a little bit better. The color is not like evenly distributing over the line. It's very like light in some spots, dark in the others, and that's just something that I'm just not down for. This is just not, it's not working. This is not working for me. It's just like sticky. I think we're gonna call this a day, and this one is definitely a product that I will never use again. I don't like it. It's gone. So the next product that we're going to be going in with is a mascara. This mascara is one, honestly, I got it in an Ipsy bag a few months back. It's been sitting on my makeup table for a few months since I've gotten it. I think I've opened it and looked at the wand, and that's about it. I don't think I've used it yet. It is the Mad Lash Black Mascara from theBalm. It just looks like this. It's like one of the little mini ones. But before I go ahead and put it on, I'm going to give it its best chance, and I'm going to curl my lashes. This is just an eyelash curler that I got from Ipsy a while back. It's from the brand Emite, and honestly, like, it's super sturdy. I've never had an issue with it. It doesn't catch my eyelash. Ouch. Never mind. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and apply some mascara. So this one has kind of like a weird like open thing. It's like doesn't screw off. It's just like you pull it off. This is what the wand looks like. So it is a little bit like curved, which is a little weird. But I'm just going to apply it and see if it does really anything for my lashes. Okay, so far so good, I guess. It's definitely adding like length to my eyelashes, and I don't know if it's because of like maybe the wand is just really big and the handle's really small and it's hard to control, but I don't know. The lashes, like when I'm looking at them up close, it almost looks like I have like spider leg lashes. It's making them look all funny in my opinion, and like it's definitely not a good bottom lash mascara. I can feel the tackiness on this side of my face. Yeah, okay, like it's getting all over me. I'm just very unhappy with the way that this is looking right now, and I definitely can see why I do not use these products. Okay, so next on the list for this look, it's going to be kind of like the rest of the face makeup. So I'm going to start with contour, and this is where it gets tricky again because I really only use like 2 or 3 different contour things, and I like them all. But I do have a bronzer here from the brand Pixi by Petra. It's called a beauty bronzer in the shade Summertime. I got this at Target before Target closed, so this might not even be safe to be using on my face, but this is what the color looks like, and it kind of looks like there's like little bits of like gold glitter or whatever. I don't know if like maybe I just don't see anything happening, but maybe like you guys can see it on the camera or whatever, but I don't feel like I look any different than I did 5 seconds ago, but I mean. Okay, so because that bronzer just really didn't work, I'm going to go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This shade right here, this one's called Havana, and it is way too orange for me. It does not look good. I never use it, so what a better time to use it than a video about products that I don't like. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I'm going to be using a large fan brush, and I'm just going to dip my brush into it, just kind of like tapping it to get like product like evenly distributed on it. And then I'm just going to carve out the line. Okay, so the next product on the list is blush, and unfortunately it didn't really take me that long to pick a blush that I did not like. And it really does kill me to say that I don't like this blush because I love the brand, but this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light blush. It's really hard to open. It's a huge compact. It looks like this. It has like a darker pinky shade here and like just a pretty much next to nothing shade here. And it came with like a chart like of how to like apply it and all that stuff. So the packaging was really great. I've done a lot of research on this stuff because like I couldn't find it in like Sephora or anything like that. And I guess they just like pulled it off the shelf because like the formulation wasn't really working. And if by formulation wasn't working they mean that this stuff has absolutely no pigment, then they are bang on, because this stuff literally has no pigment whatsoever, which really sucks because I love Kat Von D's products. But to put the blush on my face, I'm just going in with a Real Techniques like multi-purpose brush. I'm just going to kind of like swirl the brush into the product and try and get something on there. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm swirling this like a lot, and there's like nothing on this brush, like at all. But I'm just gonna put it on my cheeks. Looking kind of into the mirror, like it does look like it's kind of coming up a little bit, which is like the first time that that's ever happened. And maybe it's just because like I need to just swirl it more. But I don't really feel like you should have to like swirl your brush into the blush compact like 18,000 times before you get like a smidgen of pigment. So like it really kills me to say that I'm like not a huge fan of this product, but I'm not a huge fan of this product. I'm gonna keep it because I still will gravitate towards it every now and again, but it's definitely not one that I'm gonna use all the time. Alright, so the next step is going to be a highlight. I'm going to be using a highlight by the brand Pacifica, and it is in the shade Ethereal. It looks like this in the compact. So the highlight just looks like this. It is like a very like pearly color, and I do really like it. I'm going to be going in on one side with a brush and one side with my fingers. I'm going in with an Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. It's just the regular highlighter brush that everybody is using. I love this brush, and I am obviously going to continue using it. I'm just like putting like a decent amount of product like on my brush and tapping off the excess. And then I'm just going to like highlight just on my cheekbone and bringing it back. I'm not going to carry it in. I don't want it to make me look like I'm really shiny. I just want it to make me look like I have a glow. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like when I'm looking kind of like in my own mirror, I definitely do see a highlight there. And it is like an actual pretty highlighter. I just feel like it doesn't show up as much as I would like it to. So I'm just going to swatch it on my finger, and then I'm just going to apply it on this side of my face just with my finger. It's just really not working for me with a finger, so I'm just going to take a brush to it and just kind of like buff it out a little bit. The more that I'm like looking at it, I don't know how I feel about it. It is really pretty, but I don't know, it just seems like every time I turn my face, like in this general area, it looks like I have like a black spot, and I don't know if you guys are picking that up on the camera, but that's the way that it looks to me, and I'm just like not feeling it. Okay, so now it's time to add some color to the lips. I'm going to be going in with my NYX Butter Gloss, and it's in the shade Pops. This one has definitely been well loved. There's not a whole ton left to it. This is not in any way a product that I personally don't like. This is a product that I just don't tend to gravitate towards. I only don't gravitate towards this product because it's not a matte shade. It doesn't stay on all day. It rubs off after I've eaten, you know what I mean? It just doesn't stay on, and that's what I look for in a lipstick or like a liquid lipstick or whatever. But yeah, so like I really do like this product. I just don't gravitate towards it. Okay, so the lip color is on. And as much as I don't really think it really suits what's going on my face, I don't really think any of this stuff should be on my face right now because half of it was just a bust anyway. This is just a train wreck and I am so sorry that I put you guys through this. But you know what, I'm happy I did it because I watch these videos all the time and I just find them so entertaining. So I'm glad I could jump on the bandwagon for this challenge or tag or whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, so that is it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, as well as the little bell so you can be notified for future videos. I am going to attempt to try and add some more challenges or tags or whatever you want to call them to my channel within the near future. So definitely subscribe and hit that little bell to be notified for those videos so you don't miss out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Yeah, guys, so that is it from me. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.